Hello everyone, I'm Major Tim Meyer, the Kent County Area Coordinator for the Salvation Army, and I'm here today with Michael Nelson, the President and CEO of Amway.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much for taking time out of this very busy schedule to be with us today. So I just want to have a couple of questions for you. Hopefully we can learn a little bit about each other and share, for those who are watching today, some information. Now I know that Amway is an international enterprise. And I also am aware that in every community there's a sense of giving. So why don't you tell us just a little bit about Amway?
Yeah, it's a great question. And there's certainly great synergies, I think, between what the Salvation Army does on a global basis and Amway as well. We have a very large scope and scale around the world. And I think both organizations are very much focused on supporting the local communities, for us where we do business, and for you where you serve so many around the world.
Mm-hmm. And we are in 135 countries, speak many languages, and we do service in other countries. That's just the our official capacity. Now, I realized that several months ago you were approached about helping the Salvation Army on a national level as part of our National Advisory Board. Why don't you share a little bit about that?
Well, that's truly been an honor. So a year ago, I was asked to join the National Advisory Board. That group meets 4 times a year, so I have had 4 meetings at this point, and it's just been a blessing to meet people throughout the nation that are focused on serving communities. And we go to a different location each quarter. We get a chance to kind of embed ourselves into the work that's happening within those communities. And it's just been a true privilege.
Well, that's great. And of course, you're here today because you're doing a wonderful service for the Salvation Army here in Kent County by serving as this year's Christmas campaign chair. And just on a personal note, I might ask, or perhaps personal and professional, you probably get a lot of invitations for a lot of things, and I'm sure anyone would be happy to have you on their board supporting their cause. But what is it that motivated you to say yes to this particular ask?
Well, this one's near and dear to me. One, that is the reason I joined the National Advisory Board, is just the mission of the Salvation Army just resonates with me personally. And to see the work that happens with people in our communities in the name of Christ, I mean, that to me, there's just a deeply personal connection. So, when I say it's an honor, it truly is.
Thank you. Well, we have many things that take place right out of the building that we're meeting in today, which is our headquarters building here in Grand Rapids at the corner of Fuller and Fulton. Many people will know this as a place of service rather than administration. And we do a number of different things here throughout the year. One of the things that we are best known for at this particular time is our food pantry. And over the last 3 years, we've had a 300% increase in demand for services. During the interruption, the pause in some governmental benefits, we saw significant spikes in assistance for that. But in addition to that, some of the things we help out with year-round, of course, we do have this food pantry 5 days a week, and it provides each family 6 days of food. This is in addition to any other pantry that they might visit in Grand Rapids. We have a tremendous housing assistance program. So we have folks that are staffing those phones and connecting people to resources every day of the year. We have utility assistance that doesn't take place out of this building, but right here in Grand Rapids, we help people in every zip code in Michigan, whether it's electricity, gas, or deliverable fuels. Those who have run into problems meeting those utility bills. And so much of what we do is done to help prevent people from becoming homeless. Now, if someone does find themselves homeless, we do have those programs that help them. But again, as you referenced, everything that we do is motivated out of our love for God through Jesus. And so we give that cup of cold water regardless of what situation they find themselves in, regardless of how they got there. The Salvation Army is there to help them out. Yes, we we hope that they will ask us for the motivation for the hope that we have within. But the first thing we want to make sure we're doing is helping people navigate life in some of the stormiest times.
And Major, I just applaud all of those programs and all of the efforts that happen just to benefit our community. It's truly recognized and appreciated, I think, within the community, the services that are provided. And in particular, as we have lapses in some of the governmental funding that we all are very aware of, but just in people's individual personal situations, that the Salvation Army can be a bridge to help them in those situations. I just again applaud the effort.
Many people think of those who are in need of someone who you might see on a corner with a sign, or someone who's living in their car. But having been a Salvation Army officer in numerous locations, I've had the honor and the privilege of helping to be the hand of God to people who never thought they would need to ask for anything in their lives. People who have been donors to the Salvation Army, people who have helped and sat on boards in other organizations. And for some, that margin is very, very slim. And it takes just one interruption, and the healthcare costs, whatever might come up, and they find themselves having to go someplace for help. We are happy to be the hands and feet of the gospel when that happens. But I so much appreciate your support, your being here today. I don't know if you have any other questions for me.
Well, Major, I just again want to thank you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you in this process, and thank you for your decades of service to this organization, and again for what the Salvation Army does in our community and around the world.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I will just take a moment and say, if someone's watching this wondering how they might want to give to the Salvation Army, you can go to our website, which is sakentcounty.org. If you're watching this and you don't happen to be in our community, there is a Salvation Army near you who is trying to do the most good. And I want to encourage you, if you have the opportunity to give with joy. You will receive back much more than you give. I can guarantee it. You can always contact that same website if someone's watching this and needs assistance. We also encourage you to go to that, because that will give instructions as far as where to contact. Again, if it's not our zip code, there will be a way for you to find information about the Salvation Army. Thank you, and may God bless you.